You can always unite with me by liking, subscribing, and comment to the comment section below. Now let's get to the vibes. Antoine Semenyo to Manchester United. This will be a difficult deal. Unless Antoine Semenyo goes ahead and choose Manchester United, and United will negotiate straight to Bournemouth if he ignores teams like Liverpool and Manchester City. We all know the quality of Semenyo. Premier League proven player. 7 goals already this season. Can play both on the right wing back, can play both at the left wing back, can play at the 2 right ends, can also play as a striker. It will be a difficult deal for Manchester United with Liverpool and City, also chasing, also wanting him. And news coming up says that he prefers Liverpool. Whether it's true or not, it's a different ball game altogether. But if you look at the Liverpool setup and look at somebody like Mo Salah, who's already having issues with Liverpool, Semenyo will probably be thinking, yeah, this could be a right place for me because they are already one of the top teams in the Premier League. They won the Premier League last season. I can go and straight away, we might win the Premier League. I can go and straight away, we can win the Champions League. I can go and straight away, I'll be an important player. The pressure, the scrutiny will not be as high if he goes to a place like Manchester United because there's already a succession plan, and they're already succeeding. Or he can look at it like Liverpool not doing what this season. They might probably not get to top 4. So why should I go to Liverpool and not get a Champions League? We can also look at it. At City, if you go to City, your place is not guaranteed. You have to work very hard for a starting berth at City. And I'm also hearing Pep Guardiola is not that keen on Antoine Semenyo, which might open the door for only United and Liverpool. On the other hand, if you look at United who are pursuing, who want to go all in for Antoine Semenyo, they are showing the interest, they are showing the commitment. They are doing whatever it takes to convince Antoine Semenyo to come to Manchester United. But would he choose Manchester United because the season has not been smooth? I won't even say just this season. United are really struggling. Every player that comes in recent times have really come to struggle, and their career has already gone on a downgrade instead of upgrading themselves. Unless he is a United juggernaut like Brian Menwo, who were very passionate to join United, who spoke profoundly about their childhood where they were really supporting Manchester United. It was a dream come true for them for playing Manchester United. So they chose Manchester United and ignore any other team. If it's similar, if it's the same, we are finding Antoine Semenyo comes out and says, I'm choosing Manchester United, then United will go all in and pay the £65 million or find a structure of getting in. But if it's thinking and for United to compete with both City and Liverpool, it will be difficult because we can start the project in any other way that you want it. But United have really, really struggled these few years. We have really, really struggled. And you have teams like Liverpool and City where they are already succeeding that you can go in and be part of an already, successive teams. It won't be an easy deal for Man United. It won't be, because he's one of the hot prospect. I won't say prospect, Premier League proven player. He can create for himself. He can assist. One-on-one dribbles is everywhere. He's a player who can come into any other team and straight away make the team far, far better. So he knows his worth. He knows his pedigree. Now it's time for him to choose. And United also best bet to get Semenyo is this January. If Liverpool fail to spend, because if you look at, they spend close to £450 million already this season. I'm not sure they'll be willing to spend 65 big again in the January transfer. City, on the other hand, are not that interested. They are not showing concrete interest. That is the only gaping hole United can capitalize on. Because if these two teams are not willing to spend big in January, United have to capitalize on it. Because if you are able to get the deal done in January, there's no way Semenyo is going to choose Man United in the summer. Because if Liverpool want to spend on Semenyo, the likelihood that he will go to either Liverpool or City is higher than Manchester United. So if Man United are able to convince him and put in a bid in January, this is our best bet to get Antoine Semenyo in the January transfer. He will come in, especially with the absence of his African brothers in Brian Membo, Ahmad, and Mazwari. He'll come in and then improve the team a lot. And you have a player like Antoine Semenyo in your team, you are sure to go. He's bringing you goals, he's bringing you energy, he's bringing you defense, he's bringing you work rate, very similar to Brian Membo. Very similar to Brian Membo. He can play both right and both left. He's efficient. So the best bet for Man United to get Antoine Semenyo is this January. If you are not able to get it in this January, and United are the only team bidding, then I'm not sure he wants to come to Manchester United. He will probably wait and take his chances on either Liverpool, City, and probably Arsenal might even come for him in the summer. Should he be available in the summer? Because if you look at Arsenal pedigree, they can do with a player like Semenyo who can come in and will help them and push them to the title. So if United want to get Semenyo, the best bet is to get him in January transfer window. Roy Keane made a comment about Kobbie'S after the Bournemouth game that sometimes your best challenge is right in front of you. Breaking into the team is also a factor. There have been many noise, many criticism on Kobbie'S, but I think, look, even this morning they are saying it's being reported that Kobbie'S now wants a permanent move out of Manchester United, and believe me, his brother, free Kobbie'S t-shirt against Bournemouth in the stand. It's the people around him that is pushing away from Manchester United. It is people. Look, initially I thought it was because he wanted to go to the World Cup. Yeah, it's part of it. But I believe people around him are also forcing him out of Manchester United. They probably be pointing players like Rashford, Anthony, and how they have Scott McTominay, how their career has progressed ever since leaving Manchester United. But where Keane hit the nail right on the head. There's the difference progressing into the first team of Manchester United, and then there's the different challenge getting into starting base for Manchester United. With the African players going to the AFCONs, and then Casemiro also suspended against Aston Villa, he might start against Aston Villa, and he has to prove his worth, because you can't. As good as Kobbie'S is, he's not better than Bruno Fernandes. And for a coach to change his whole formation, change his whole set, just to accommodate a player like Kobbie'S, it will also be an added pressure on him. It will be an added pressure on him if the coach has to switch everything to 4-3-3 just to accommodate Kobbie'S. It will be an additional pressure. He might either flourish under the pressure, or he might even want to crumble. But with what Keane is saying is, you have to stick and fight for the position. It is Manchester United. Everybody's part is not the same. Some people have to fight for that position. Some people have to wait. I keep saying this. Learning from Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes is also an added experience Kobbie'S getting to Manchester United. Last season, Casemiro got a point that Casemiro was not even in the squad when Manchester United were playing matches. He was behind Ugarte, he was behind Toby Collier, and he was the third option. But this season, everything flipped, everything changed. He accepted the challenge and he fought for his position. The problem with Kobbie Mainoo is that Kobbie Mainoo hasn't accepted the challenge. He feels he should be starting at Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes have created 50 chances already this season. Bruno Fernandes already made 29 tackles at 49% successive rate. His defensive duties have improved. He's 50 chances. He's giving 98.3 passing grade. The difficulty of the passing is making it looking simple. So Bruno Fernandes is also not making it easy for Kobbie Mainoo to get to the starting 11. Casemiro already has, I think, 4 goals already this season. There's competition in his place. So it's best to accept the challenge, learn, and fight for the position. There's no doubt, there's no denying of his talent. But sometimes the best way to get is to fight for the position. We're giving the academy players free range. That's what I believe in. Is that because they are a little bit good, we see that they are better. We want them to start week in, week out. Yes, he showed tremendous promise during his debut season and then went on to the Euro and played extremely well. But circumstances have changed. We gave Garnacho the freeway, and he got to a point he was disrespectful. He got to a point he thought he was better than every player at Manchester United. Sometimes we have to get these young academy players grounded. If you think they are, remember Ruben Amorim was trying to cool down the hype for Kobbie Mainoo, that sometimes we hype them too much, and that's where it has gone to. There's no crime in learning from the best. There's no crime in patiently biding and waiting for your time. If he leaves Manchester United, it will be a big blow for Man United. But Kobbie Mainoo also have to understand that he has to fight for his position. And there's a learning curve and there's an experience. And it's a way of he also building his mentality. He is the future of Manchester United. 2 or 3 seasons, for all you know, Bruno Fernandes might be leaving next season, looking at the interview that he made. So why the rush? Bruno will not play for Man United forever. 2 or maybe 1 more season, he will be leaving Manchester United. So what's the rush? What's the haste? Stay, fight for the position, and probably be future Man United captain. Please continue to like, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. Let the channel grow. United with Alvin.